All right, netradiodogs.com. We are with Mr. Marcus Luttrell tonight. Yeah, you know who this guy is. Team Never Quit. And these guys are doing the Patriot Tour with Taya Kyle and a number of different guys on the road. Pete Scoville, David Goggins, Chad Fleming, Clint Bruce, Jason Redmond, and Johnny Jones. All these guys are out putting out the good word about what's going on with a lot of these retired Navy SEALs and guys that have defended our country and done a lot of good things that we'll probably never even know about. But enough of me yapping. Marcus, are you with us, buddy?
Yep, you got me.
All right, man. Where are you calling us from tonight?
Oh, back home in Texas.
Back home in Texas, no doubt about it. Well, give us some idea if there's, somebody's been under a rock for a couple of years and they really don't know who Team Never Quit is. Give us some idea of what you guys got going on now.
Patriot Tour. We're this year, 2015. We're hitting 20 cities. It jumped off 2 or 3 weeks ago now, and we've been having a lot of fun with it. And actually, each year we say this is going to be the last year, and then the feedback from the previous shows so well received that we just decided to do another one. So it's a lot of fun. And like you said briefly, there's me and a lot of my buddies and guys that have been through the craziest of situations and come out on the other side and been really successful at what they do. So it's a good vibe kind of deal. It's not one of them things where you want to kill yourself after you listen to us speak.
Exactly. Well, I'm hearing all kinds of good stuff about this, and it's more of a positive, believe in what you do and kind of thing. I'm just really entertained that a lot of these guys can come out, like you're saying, can come out of what they did for the United States government for so many years, worked their hindies off, man, and just did so many good things for the country, and can stand up in front of people and say, "Hey, look, this is the best thing I can tell you about what we've done as a Navy SEAL or as a United States soldier." Having a family member in the United States military, not exactly a Navy SEAL, but up in there in those ranks, means a lot to me every day of my life. We think about all kinds of good things and probably never try to think about the bad things. From what we're hearing from just from people that have gone there to see you guys, it's just an incredible experience. Can you give us an idea of how all of this got started?
It started with Chris Kyle and I. It was
right.
Kind of a thing we were going to do to get together and travel around. And a lot of people wanted to hear our stories or more about our stories. So we just thought we could get together and travel around to some of the states we'd never been to. And he got killed. Right. And we pushed it to the right a little bit. I actually went dead in the water. I just didn't even think about doing it. But Melanie and Taya are real close. And they talking and whatnot, and they decided that once American Gun and all that stuff was coming out, that Taya be a great opportunity for everyone to hear that entire story, and it just kind of evolved from there.
Right. We spoke with Taya a few months back, and really just fell in love with the idea of everything that she had to go through and everything you guys as individuals are having to deal with every day. And the ability that, you guys have to stand up in front of people every night of the week and bring something good and positive out of your experiences just shocks me, because I'm not really sure how, me as an individual, I don't know how I would handle going through everything you guys go through, and then to be able to dig in there and find something good out of it. That would be my problem.
I trust me, that's actually happens to a lot of us, man. Taya's unique. She's a unique specimen, man.
Yes, she is.
She's been through so much. I've never seen her down, and even if she has had a couple down moments, I mean, you never even know it. And what she does with her family and those children, and the pressures of Hollywood and everybody else having an opinion on what they think Chris did or didn't do, the movie did and didn't do, and then her face, man, she's an incredible woman. So we're lucky I'm lucky to still be hanging around her.
Yeah, we were very fortunate to get to sit down and talk to her one night. I think she was in Florida that night, and I was so astounded. Like I said, I know I'm sounding kind of like a broken record here, but the things that she told us that she was having to deal with personally, and she just opened up to us, and you know, the things that, like you're saying, that maybe people say Chris did or did not do, you know, it's all, you know, that's all hearsay. She knew the real guy, and you knew the real guy, and you know, I'm sure he was a dear friend of yours, and you guys probably got stuff that only you two are ever gonna know about, and you know, that's a special bond that you can have with somebody. But putting together all these guys, how in the world do you get all these guys together and motivate them every night to go out and do this?
Well, I mean, that's the thing about this. The team never quit. The crew you see in front of you, I don't have to motivate them. They're fired up all the time.
That's it, man.
Because I think I'm the one that, you know, hey, I'm not really having a motivated day. I should go so damn happy. Let's just go away. But it's kind of funny because the lineup sometimes revolves around if the guys are available.
Oh, really?
All the guys that I served with have just incredible stories, man. And obviously it boils down to people who can deliver it, you know, actually tell a story,
right,
get up and have some kind of stage presence. And all these guys do. And even if they didn't, man, it's so rough that it comes across as magnificent.
Exactly.
And that's the unique thing about it.
Well, I've like I said, I mean, I've looked up a lot of these guys, man. A lot of these guys have been through a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's just the part that I know about. So I think you guys are putting it together right, you know, because it's been very successful so far.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Absolutely. Yeah, they're phenomenal, man. Team's great. It's kind of one of those deals. People, when they hear we're coming to their town and they see who's actually on the team, they're like, well, I know a little bit about this guy. It's kind of, you know, I'd like to. And if you come and see the show and you learn, I mean, some intimate details about everybody that nobody else you can't read about. It opens up like that.
See, that's what makes it special, because they actually get to kind of get into your life a little bit. And you know, people are that way. They want to know somebody famous, and they want to know a little bit about their life. But like I said earlier, you know, I guess it's just different for me because we have a family member, you know, pretty deep in the military, and when he comes home, it's more just rest time for him. And I try not to cry so much, but you know, there's times when he wants to just open up and tell me something, tell me what's happened, and I think that's good therapy for you guys too, to be able to you know, let some of this out. Sure. I mean,
guys, that helps a lot. Kind of one of those deals where if you're not ready to talk about it, then not ready to talk about it. But if you just have to be sitting around here when I feel like talking about something, then guess what? You're going to have to listen to it.
Exactly.
It's nice to have some good listeners around every now and again.
Yeah, it always helps, let me tell you what. Well, how many tours, or I don't want to say missions, I guess, how many tours did you have to endure when you were a Navy SEAL?
How many deployments did I do?
Yeah, how many times did you head out?
I did 6.
Now, you were. I'm not going to go into any details about locations or anything like that because I got a pretty good idea. But
I managed to get myself into pretty much everything we were in.
I can imagine.
My career is pretty cool, man. It was rather unique. I somehow managed to always get myself in slings like Red Wing. It was amazing. Yeah. Most people spend their whole careers chasing something cool to do. My brother and I mean, it was a running kind of urban legend kind of deal. Like, if you want to get into something bad, all you got to do is just stand around these two, and you just miraculously get into it.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I mean, I got your movie a couple of years ago, a year or so ago, for Father's Day, and I was like, I can't watch this around my wife because she's going to freak out on me, because she knows what goes on, but she doesn't want to see it. And so finally, I just got everybody out of the house one afternoon, and I watched the movie, and it was such a cool movie, but it was kind of eerie at the same time because I know that a lot of that movie was true. And, I mean, I'm sure Hollywood does what they do and all that good stuff, but there were some things that go on that it's war. Let's just face it. There's things that you have to do. And, when it comes right down to it, I mean, is it me going home or is it this other guy going home, you know?
That's it.
Sometimes you have to make that decision. And, there's things that you don't want to ever remember, I'm sure. But we really appreciate you guys doing what you do. I mean, I had no idea that when I went to Savannah and kind of visited, you know, really what the Turbine 33 hangar was about. And I went in there after hours, and he showed me the vehicles and things of that nature, and I just happened to run into the piece of the Gatling gun from Operation Red Wing that they had on the wall there, and it was almost, I mean, it was I don't really even know how to say it. It was kind of scary, and it really, really hit home for me after that. And then every time he would say, "Hey, I got to go do this. I'm probably going to talk to you guys for a few days or whatever," you know, just make things a little more touchy, I guess. You know, that's probably the best words I can use at this point. But God bless you, man. You guys are doing a great job. And what kind of response are you getting, like, after the show? Are you getting a lot of people coming up wanting to talk to you and, you know, sign autographs, pictures?
Oh,
and
sure.
all that
Well, we try
stuff?
to do all that before the show starts.
Do you?
Yeah, because when we get up and everybody kind of does their thing, and the adrenaline it takes to get up there and deliver those talks, at the end of that, we usually crash pretty hard. So
I can imagine.
Down and to the rooms to rest.
I bet. I bet.
But yeah, a lot of the guys do stick around, and if say it's the last show of that week, then we'll stick around. It all kind of depends too, just on how late it goes, because that kind of shifts to the left and right a little bit as well. But
I got you. What are some of the larger cities that you guys have that you've been in so far this year?
See, we were in Boston, San Antonio, Fort Worth, Chicago, Milwaukee.
Wow.
Trenton. So it's been a lot of fun. I mean,
oh yeah, I can imagine. Now you're that's it. How many more dates do you have left?
16. We have 16 shows left.
Okay. Now, give me some idea. We're in the eastern United States, so give me some idea of the cities you got left to go to, so we can maybe get some people there to, you know, to go through this. They need to come see you.
Out on that one. You know, I don't have that paperwork in front of me.
I'm looking at the website.
Just pull my card right there on that one, bro.
I can see that they have a Maryland September 26th.
Yeah, I know there's Baltimore,
Kentucky,
Louisville, Kentucky.
Right. Nashville, Tennessee, 10/24. So
okay.
Close ones around.
Yeah, so you're going to be around the eastern United States quite a bit there. That's good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we want to let everybody know they need to show up and they need to support you guys for what you're doing. Now, what individual charities do you as an individual? What have you got going on? What?
Lone Survivor Foundation, Boot Campaign, Angel Fund, and Southeastern Guide Dogs.
Mhm. What's the one that you're working on the most right now? I mean, I know you've got very little time because I had a very hard time getting to talk to you.
Yeah, I try to put as much effort as I possibly can into doing that on top of everything else we got going on. But that obviously Lone Survivor Foundation is my primary, and then Eagle Fund is my secondary, because that's where I do my physical therapy. I know what it did for me. It got me up and walking around. That program in itself is so dynamic that it gets guys back on the line. And
right.
It's every time everything goes to where it's supposed to go. Anything I try and be a part of. So
yeah. I think that's what people. I think that's what people want to hear. They want to hear that when they give money to a foundation, that the money goes where it's supposed to. And that's just like with talking with Taya about Chris Kyle Frog Foundation. That's another good setup of the money goes where it's supposed to help our soldiers get back where they need to be. And if they don't go back into the military actively, they can have a positive life after what they've had to do so far. But yeah, that means a whole lot, I think, just to people I know. But who put together Team Never Quit? Was that you or just you and Chris?
Man, just me and a couple of my buddies, and it started with just saying Team Never Quit or Never Quit, and then turned into Team Never Quit, and then we just kept moving on with it. And
right.
A lot of people were asking us what it was and what the concept was behind it, and it basically started the way me, my brother, and a lot of my buddies carry ourselves with the
right.
Never Quit attitude and the way manners and discipline and the way we respect each other, women and other people and stuff like that. So it's not a religion, but it's just kind of our way of life around here. It's just the way we were brought up.
Yeah. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. And you're originally from Texas, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you guys were probably taught to be respectful in Texas. Now, I was raised in Tennessee, so it's basically the same thing, man.
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Dad was always, hey, you better treat your mama right or I'm going to take care of business.
Yeah,
so, that's right. Oh, man. Well, Tony, do you have anything for Marcus tonight?
Well, I'd like to say, thanks again. You not only have given your service to the country, but you're giving it back to the soldiers and the people that need to hear your story. That's a great thing. Just for questions,
you gotta have something to do. You might as well have a purpose behind it, that kind of thing. So.
That's right.
Just for question wise, so I guess and I know this goes into some of your speeches and things you probably say on stage, but how do you get that initial strength once you have broken bones and you're at that point where you need to make a decision to be extremely strong and get through that healing and push yourself to get back in shape and all that stuff? How can you tell people briefly what kind of words of wisdom can you give them for that?
The most important thing I try to let people know about me is that I am and not superhuman in any respect. When I get hit, it hurts, and I go down, and it takes me a while to heal up. And obviously things change as I get older with age and my physical injuries. But coming up, I just refused to. My whole concept was that I wanted to push myself so hard till I did meet whatever it was that was going to be the end of me.
Right.
To be able to see how far you can push it, the human body. And that's the concept for most of us in our community, is to see how far we can push ourselves. And every little obstacle I'd overcome just makes you stronger. Once you pass through one of those doors, you go forward, you don't come backwards. And that's what gave me everything I'd ever been through, come training as a boy, through the SEAL teams, all of that prepared me for what I went through.
Right.
And there's no trick to it. It's no magical. I mean, I can't give you some sentence that's going to change your life, and we'll just, no matter what, no matter how hard you get hit. I mean, you can get hit and stay down. Take a couple deep breaths. Always
right.
Just get up.
Yeah, I've got a son and he's going to college and he wrestles and things, but I'm feeling like he's probably going to try to go a direction kind of like you, and he likes to dive. He wants to learn how to dive and all that stuff, and just like I read about you and your brother, so that really makes you strong, and we appreciate your stories there, and we hope to get the word out on this Patriot Tour and get some people out there. I hope maybe we can also come and visit.
Yeah, that'd be great. I appreciate you guys having me on the show and helping me get the word out. Helps a lot, man.
Marcus, we appreciate you very much. Thanks for for giving us a few moments of your time. And I know you're very busy, and we're glad that you're very busy because, because we're seeing positive things here, you know, and that's what we strive to do on Net Radio Dogs is just put out the good word about whatever we can. And hey, you're welcome back anytime, man. So
I appreciate it.
Feel free to contact us if you want to come back on the show. We'll be more than happy to have you back.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
All right, man. All right. Well, it's Rick and Tony on netradiodogs.com, and we've had Mr. Marcus Luttrell